Well, good morning, my Geminians. How are you cutie pies doing? It is Friday. We're at the weekend. I hope you guys have some fantastic plans. I really do. Yes, it's a rainy morning here. It's been raining. I absolutely love the rain. I love cloudy days. Sunny days, not so much. I really don't. I love these days. So yes, back to you, Gemini. I do have bonus reads on Sunday afternoon I also have links to these decks in the description box below. Actually, I just realized it's reverse. Wow, I have never done this before. I'm going to go with it. There's a reason why I subconsciously did that. This is usually my main deck. This is usually my clarifying deck. Something is changing, Gemini. Something is changing. Ace of Swords I have at the main deck. I have a Page of Wands reverse in the clarifying deck. Tarot of the Mystical Moments is being a clarifier. It's never been a clarifier before. We'll go with it. There's a reason. But yeah, so I have links below to these decks in the description box. They're not my decks. I'm just making it easier for you all to find them. And I just want to say thank you for your support this past year. I'm blown away by your generosity and just being here. And also, if you are feeling my vibe, feel free to like and subscribe. Love you guys. All right, let's see what's going on. You're my last sign of the week, and this has never happened before. I've never used this as a main I've never used Tarot of the Mystical Moments as a clarifier, ever. All right, general energy for my Geminis. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you are a Gemini, know a Gemini, feel like being a Gemini. Well, Geminians, I am so glad you're here. Now, if you notice, it was an Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords mean yes. Now, if you ever have a yes and no question, it's the Ace of Swords, it's a yes. Ace of Swords reverse is a no. So if you're like, could this be my reading? Yes. Does this person? Yes. It's a yes. It's go time. All right, one more. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. This is Tarot of the Abyss, guys, this deck. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Gemini. And the Fool, like the Ace of Swords, it's time to go. It's time. It's no longer holding yourself back. It's time to put yourself out there. It's time to start that new job. It's maybe taking a relationship up to the next level. Look at that. 8 of Cups and Justice reverse fell out into my lap in exchange for the 10 of Cups and the Ace of Swords. This feels like a relationship. I feel like some of you may have just got divorced. Justice reverse is Libra energy. 8 of Cups is walking away and she's dumping out that cup because she knows that there was nothing in that cup ever that could have really satisfied her. So 8 of Cups, I love that she's leaving this past, this foundation for good. Justice reverse, I feel like she got screwed over. I honestly do, which is all leads into the Fool energy, right? Here, look at that, Ace of Swords and the 10 of Cups. Some of you are letting this cup go in exchange for something better. Even if it's within yourself, maybe it's being a single parent. Some of you, it's definitely a relationship. Tarot has a way of making things come on the heel of one another. And so this could have happened, let's say 3 months ago, or even 3 years ago. And the Fool is saying, I am now ready to take this on, this new relationship. I'm not afraid anymore of being hurt. This feels too good. I don't want to miss this. Ace of Swords and 10 of Cups. And a Page of Wands. Look at that. All this new beginning for my Geminians. What is the reason for the reading? So, and with this Page of Wands reversed in the clarifying deck, there may have been something you just kept putting off. It could have been a job opportunity. It could have been a promotion. It could have been a relationship. Somebody kept asking you. You could have been, now you're ready to do it. You have the confidence to do it. What is the reason for the reading? Why are we all here today for my Geminians? What is the reason? And look at that, you're waking up. The Judgment card is when you see something for what it is, you can't go back. And that's this. You realize something you've been in, that you've been getting the short end of the stick for too long, you're leaving it behind. You were screwed over in that situation, and now you are moving on from it for good, the Fool energy. And the awakening it's rebirth, it's renewal within yourself. It's like being reborn again. You could be 34 and you are like, I feel like I'm just born again, The Chariot and the 8 of Wands. Now, it's funny because the Chariot is crazy energy. The 8 of Wands is focused energy. The Chariot is saying, I'm moving forward even if I don't know where it's going to go, and there's bumps and turns, and hold on, right? 8 of Wands is clear and focused and So I feel like maybe it starts out bumpy and it gets clear as you keep moving forward. But either way, Gemini, and then the moon reverse. You are definitely in some type of very positive new beginning. Past energy is the Star, wanting for something more, and now you're not afraid to reach for it anymore. Aquarian energy on this line. See how she's finally reaching for her dreams, reaching for her happiness. With the Fool, you're putting yourself out there. What is on Gemini's mind? 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 The Ten of Wands reverse, putting the burden down. Easier to pick up an ace when you put the burden of the past down. Tens are completion, ace and pages are for new. And that's exactly what we have going on here. I just can't get over this is a major, major, and a major. It's a major thing in a Gemini's life. What's the near future? What is the near future? What is Eight of Wands? Eight of Wands. Okay, give me another card there. Sagittarius energy. Some of you literally are moving on from a Sagittarius because Ten of Wands reverse is Sagittarius, but you're dropping that. You're dropping the burden of them. You're dropping that it's like a fire that was extinguished a long time ago and walking away from it. And the Eight of Wands is moving away from the Sagittarian energy or using that energy to propel you forward. Give me another card for the near future for my Geminis. And the Emperor. Taking some strong control of your life after a Two of Cups reverse and the Magician. So whatever hasn't been working, whatever you're leaving behind, it could be sad. And like I said, some of you, this was like 3 years ago and you're finally fully ready to let it go for something new. You could have been in a state of suspension, of healing, of like a Two of Swords. And now you're ready to get back into life again. Magician, yeah, look at that. Three of Pentacles reverse. And the Queen of Wands. Letting the old hurt go, letting what didn't work for you, because it's easier to be in a Queen of Wands when you don't have past baggage, like the Fool. Okay, let's see what the Tarot of the Mystical Moments has for us. We have the Page of Wands reverse and the Hangman reverse. Yeah, releasing yourself from past disappointments, people who kept you on the hook, from the players that kept you stuck. Six of Swords reverse, Seven of Swords reverse. Actually, the Six and Seven of Swords reverse is being stuck because you want to know why. Why did they play me if this was a relationship? And now you're like, I don't even care. I don't need to know why. I just want it gone. What is the Fool and the Eight of Cups? The Fool influenced by the Eight of Cups and Justice reverse. Aquarius, Eight of Cups is Piscean, Justice reverse is Libra. The Fool is influenced by the Eight of Cups and the Justice reverse. The Fool and the Nine of Cups. Wow, this is personal happiness, happily ever after, but it's within yourself first, right? And I feel like as soon as you drop this burden, you're going to feel lighter. Who did I start? Oh, I make notes after all of your readings. I started with Aquarius, and that's your older sign to strive to, your King of Swords sign. And there was the same thing. It's kind of, if this is a job, this is something you tried to make work, you tried to make people happy. You made people happy at the expense of yourself. And as soon as you let it go, it's like you wake up the next morning and you hear the birds. Even if it's like a monsoon outside, you can only see the positive side of life because the weight is now off your shoulders. Oh, and then the Ace of Swords again. I wish I showed you, but I shuffled him. You have a lot of Ace of Swords here. Give me another card here. Which is your card? Give me another. Why the Nine of Cups? Why the Nine of Cups for my Geminis? And the Six of Wands reverse. Leaving behind what could never be. Leaving behind no chance of success, no chance of happiness. If this was a relationship, it was never going to be what you wanted it to be because they could have gaslit you and believing that it could be something more. If this was a job, you're no longer doing the work for everybody else because that's just how it's been done. You are now focused on your own dreams and your own happiness. What is the judgment here? Reason for the reading. Why is the awakening the judgment here? And Queen of Pentacles reverse. It could be the judgment is seeing things for what they are, and you could have been dealing with somebody who, if this was a boss, they're terrible at their job. Very terrible. So they put the burden onto you. If this was a relationship, they were so self-focused. They were worried about themselves, very materialistic, nervous energy too, because the rabbit's here. This is somebody in control when she's upright. When it's reversed, it's somebody who's driven by anxiety. They're driven by what people think. They're afraid of what people think. And this is the truth. For many people who were a third energy, if you were trying to obtain somebody who was in a relationship and that person has any kind of status, if that person is a Queen of Pentacles reverse, that's all about themselves, how they look to the outside world, this is a person that would never marry the third energy, because they would be so afraid of people finding out that third energy is what caused that marriage to fall apart. These are the people that go and completely marry someone else, younger, something that makes it look good. So this person, let's just say, this must be very specific for me to get this in my head. This person could be a boss, for instance, could be like 54 years old. And they could have been flirting with you. They could have kept you in a job stuck. They could have kept you stuck trying to obtain this person, whatever it is for you. If they ever left their partner, they would go and then marry a 28-year-old. And you could be 34, you could be 35, but they would be so afraid of people finding out that they would want a completely new energy. So that is why a lot of those situations never turn out the way the third energy wants it to be, because you're dealing with somebody who is such a narcissist. They're so self-focused anyway. They're gonna always put themselves first. And I feel like you are waking up to being screwed over, Justice reverse. And that is why you're realizing the cup they were giving you was always full of poison. It was full of dreams. It wasn't full of realities. And you are changing that in to something more, whatever this is for you. Emperor and Eight of Wands. This is empowering, Gemini. And for some of you, this feels like a boss. It really does. This is you saying, you know what? I am going to go back to school, or I'm going to go to the competition. I'm going to rise, and I want to, could it be revenge? Sure. But it's the revenge. It's the anger that's driving you to become the emperor, to take that control, to be a big boss yourself, I don't know. The best revenge, Gemini, is yet to come for you. What is the star in the past? Aquarian energy. What is the star in the past here? What is the star in the past? There it is. Knight of Wands reverse. It's somebody who sold you a dream, but they weren't willing to jump through a hoop for you. They didn't want to get burned. They didn't want people. I feel like you were a secret, honestly. This a lot. I feel like there has got to be one Gemini that's watching that this happened within the workplace, because I'm feeling work, I'm feeling love, but I'm feeling like it's kind of commingled here. But this Page of Swords is, I feel like this person made you feel, if you reach, if you try, if you come out of your shell, this is possible with this person. And then they completely gaslit you. Knight of Wands reverse. I don't think they left you. I think they wanted to keep you there for their own purposes. Queen of Pentacles reverse is here. What is the Ten of Wands reverse on your mind? What is the Ten of Wands reverse on Gemini's mind? Sagittarian energy. What is this? And that's Sagittarius too. And that's Sagittarius too. And Aries. That's crazy how much fire. What is, and really it's the anger, the fire that's causing you to become a better version of yourself. You're not going to be a version to ever allow this bullshit in your life. You're not going to be a version to be a doormat any longer for anybody. You're not going to do it. What is the Knight of Wands, or the Nine of Wands, Ten of Wands? Three of Swords, the Eight of Swords reverse, and the Three of Wands reverse. I feel like this person kept you in this, a Three of Swords, like a Three of Swords, right? Libran energy. But they kept you in place, pretending that there was a chance for you two to be together, or you have this promotion, whatever it is. But you know what? What's funny is the anger, actually, the longer you sat in this, it's the joke is on this person, because the longer you sat in this cage, it gave you more time to think. And the more time you had to think, you realize it's not this asshole, or I'm getting mad for you, Gemini. It's not this person that I actually wanted. It's who I thought I could become because of them. You are becoming that person in spite of them, not because of them. And that's why you grew wings. That's why you grew wings. You always had them. But now they're just coming out. Your anger is coming out. Your hunger to succeed is coming out. Your hunger for something more is coming out. That's why it's reversed. And you're no longer waiting for an opportunity to come in. You've always had the ability to make that opportunity happen. And that is why you are turning your back on this. And let's be real, Gemini, you outgrew this. See, she's too big. That's the Judgment card here too, is when you see something for what it is, you instantly grow like that. You can't go back to that old job or that old relationship or situationship. Look how she can't fit into those buildings even if she wanted to. So she has no choice but to look out to see, where do I belong? And where you belong is by energies that are like you. Birds of a feather flock together. You were with snakes. You're now got wings. Third card with wings. And you are flying with your crew now. Yeah, Three of Swords. It's this pain. It's the pain of not getting what you want is how you end up getting what you deserve, right? It's freedom to be who you are always meant to be. Actually, that goes up there. All right, what is this? Emperor and the Eight of Wands. What is the Emperor and the Eight of Wands for my Geminis? What is the Emperor and the Eight of Wands for my Geminis? It is the King of Pentacles reverse. Exactly. This feels like a cheapskate. This is somebody who, we have a King and Queen of Pentacles reverse. It feels like them trying to get you back, to win you back so you can't grow elsewhere. You are going to grow elsewhere anyway. You see them for who they are. They're over here watching, hoping you're going to come back and give to whatever you've been doing. They're hoping that you're going to come back and keep giving to them. But you are now allowing yourself to dream for something more. You, in this past situation, you were this guy in the background, unnoticed. I think this person kept you unnoticed. I think they kept you on the side. It's like you were their secret or something. You are now saying, no, I deserve a seat at the table and I'm taking that seat. I'm not your servant. I'm not out here just to give you tea. I want to drink it myself. And I just feel like that's what you're going for. And Page of Swords, you're on your way. You are on your way. But I do feel like this person's back here trying to get, that's probably in a different reading. Give me another card. Emperor and the Eight of Wands. It's kind of good that I'm not picking them up so much. What is the Emperor and the Eight of Wands for my Geminis? What is the Emperor and the Eight of Wands? It just means that I'm really not picking them up that much. If you are wondering what they're doing, they're watching you. But I'm picking it up kind of like, just like how she's out in space. Can you imagine how quiet this is? You know why it's quiet? Because when you dealt with this energy, you were in this world. And then as you decide to free yourself from the cage, you went over to this world. But over here, Emperor and the Eight of Wands, you are now out here. That's probably why I'm not picking them up, because you're so far away from who you used to be that allowed this to come in. You are now getting the bird's eye view saying, I have been trying to make myself happy where I don't belong. And then I went here and I don't really feel like I belong here. It's because you are the opportunity. You're no longer looking for an opportunity. You are creating it and becoming it. And that's exactly what an emperor does. An emperor doesn't go to a town and try to fit into one of the little village houses. He's saying, no, I want the entire thing. And that's exactly what you're going for. And I feel like it's this disappointment that is causing you. It's the disappointment and not getting what you want is exactly how you end up getting what you deserve. That's just the feeling I'm getting. All right, my Geminians, I hope you have a great, great weekend. I love you guys. I'll see you next week. Take care.